Tom Brady holds a ridiculous amount of NFL records that promise to never be broken. That's just how it is when you're the GOAT. We all know he's the all-time leader in quarterback wins and the leader of practically every major passing category. But those aren't enough to summarize the unprecedented dominance of Tom Brady. Here are 10 insane stats from TB12's career that will blow your mind. More Super Bowls than your favorite team. We'll start with something simple. We know that Tom Brady's 7 Super Bowl rings are the most ever for an NFL player, but he also has more than any other NFL franchise. The New England Patriots and Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting at 6 apiece, tied for the most. The Dallas Cowboys and San Francisco 49ers each have 5. It's very possible that at least one of these franchises will have matched or surpassed Brady's ring count at some point in the next decade or two. But for now, enjoy this Tom Brady stat while it lasts. It's absolutely ridiculous that one single player has more rings than any other franchise, considering that the Super Bowl era has been around for just over half a century. Also, a cherry on top of this stat, he's the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl with both an AFC and an NFC team. More playoff wins too? Super Bowl 55 marked the 34th postseason victory of Brady's legendary career. Pretty amazing, right? But what's even more amazing is that through the 2020 season, the Patriots led all 32 franchises with 37 all-time playoff wins. The Green Bay Packers and Pittsburgh Steelers are tied for second with 36 apiece, followed by the Dallas Cowboys at 35. Folks, those 4 historic franchises are the only teams who have more playoff wins than Brady. And heck, who's to say the man can't surpass the 37 wins held by the Pats, especially if they continue to struggle in the post-Brady era. This amazing feat won't last forever. One day, several other clubs will start to enjoy lengthy runs of playoff success, and they'll surpass Brady's career postseason win count. But for now, Tommy sits ahead of 28 other teams in that category. Mr. Conference Championship Weekend. Brady saw limited action in his 2000 rookie season. He missed all but a few minutes of the 2008 season after suffering a torn ACL in Week 1. If you subtract those 2 seasons, from 2001 to 2020, Brady has only missed out on Conference Championship Weekend 5 times in his career. In 2002, the lone year he missed the playoffs as the full starter, as well as 2005, 9, 10, and 19. He went to 13 Conference Championship games as a Patriot, winning 9 of them. And of course, he led the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a Super Bowl 55 championship in his first year with the franchise. So through his first 19 full seasons as a starter, Brady made 14 conference championship games, and he only missed out on the final 4 or 5 times. That's nearly a 75% success rate, which is utterly insane in this so-called era of parity. Essentially, the guy only misses out on conference championship weekend once every 4 years. Gillette Stadium, House of Horrors for AFC teams. This is a very, very specific stat, so do bear with us and pay attention closely. After the Patriots fell to the New York Jets 17-14 at home in Week 10 of the 2006 season, it would be almost 11 full years until Brady lost another regular season home game to an AFC team in which he played the entire game. Brady did endure 3 home playoff losses to AFC teams during that span, and he lost several regular season home games to NFC clubs. His Week 17 2014 home loss to the Buffalo Bills comes with an asterisk. He only played the first half, and the Pats had rested several key starters anyway. And so after that 2006 home loss to the Jets, it wasn't until Week 1 of the 2017 season when Brady finally lost a regular season home game to an AFC team in which he played all 4 quarters. That was when the Kansas City Chiefs stunned the Pats in the Thursday night kickoff game. After that, Brady only lost 2 more regular season home games to AFC clubs, to the Chiefs and Miami Dolphins in 2019. Best in Buffalo. Brady's Patriots only visited the Buffalo Bills once a year. Of course, he didn't start in the 2000 season, and he missed the 2008 meeting against the Bills. Well, back in 2017, the legendary Gil Brandt shared this interesting statistic. Brady has since tacked on 3 more wins at Buffalo, defeating them in the 2017, 18, and 2019 season. That gives him 16 victories at what is now Highmark Stadium. Seriously though, how crazy is this? The dude has never been a member of the Bills, yet he somehow had the 3rd most victories of any quarterback when it comes to games played in Buffalo's home stadium. Another fun fact, after losing at Buffalo in Week 3 of the 2011 season, Brady never lost another game there, winning each of his final 8 contests at Buffalo. Unfortunately for Tom, his 16 wins in Buffalo have since been passed by current Bills quarterback Josh Allen. But still, how many quarterbacks are capable of holding records like this in opposing teams' stadiums? It just goes to show how big of a thorn Brady was in the Bills' side all those years. 150/40. Like a fine wine, this man truly only gets better with age. In his 40s, Brady has already surpassed 150 total touchdown passes. Brady celebrated his milestone 40th birthday on August 3, 2017, at a time where most quarterbacks are well past their prime by their mid to late 30s. Brady just keeps laughing in the face of father time, which is yet to catch up to him. In the 2017 season, Brady won his third MVP award after tossing 32 touchdown passes. In 2018, that number fell to 29, and it was down to 24 in 2019, which is still pretty good for a 42-year-old. Then in 2020, Brady recorded 40 touchdown passes, the second highest single-season mark of his career and the most in Bucs history. So from his age 40 to 43 seasons, Brady tossed 125 touchdowns, and in the postseason during that 4-year span, he had 20 more touchdown passes. That gave Brady 145 total touchdowns from age 40 onward. When he got off to a scorching start in the 2021 season, throwing for 9 touchdowns in his first 2 games, giving him well over 150 since his 40th birthday. Seriously though, most guys are well into retirement by the time they reach 40. Brady, on the other hand, still looks like he's just getting started at 44. 3 picks, no problem. For all of his goatness, there's no question that Brady has always benefited from being supported by elite coaching and credible defenses. Throwing 3 picks in a game will almost always doom a quarterback and his team. But being the GOAT and all, Brady has gone an impressive 3-1 in the postseason when tossing 3 picks. Brady threw 3 picks in the Patriots' 2007 AFC Divisional Round game against the top-seeded San Diego Chargers. But Brady bounced back from the mistakes, and thanks to several classic Charger miscues, Brady led his team to a stunning 24-21 victory. 1 year later, the Chargers' defense continued to give Brady headaches in the AFC Championship game. Although the Pats won that game 21-12, Brady had a sloppy outing with 3 interceptions. 2 years later, Brady's postseason luck finally ran out when the Baltimore Ravens blew out the Pats 33-14 in the 2009 wildcard round. Brady had a nightmare outing, tossing 3 picks and losing 1 fumble. 3 of those turnovers came in the first quarter. 11 years later, Brady's Bucs narrowly outlasted Aaron Rodgers' Packers in the NFC Championship game 31-26. Brady threw 3 second-half picks that opened the door for Green Bay to attempt a comeback, but the Tampa defense held down the fort and gave Brady his 3rd career playoff win, throwing 3 picks. So Brady is now 3-1 in that regard. Let's compare his record to other all-time great QBs who threw 3 or more interceptions in the postseason. Brady, folks, this is the epitome of how to bounce back from rough stretches when the stakes are high. Losing seasons? No chance. This is admittedly a pretty obvious statistic, but we had to include it anyway. Almost every other NFL great endured at least a few losing seasons. Manning, Elway, Rodgers, Bradshaw, Breeze, Favre, Unitas, you name it. But not Tom Brady. Nope. To date, his worst season as a starter was back in 2002 when the defending champion Patriots finished just 9-7. Otherwise, it's been nothing but double-digit wins every season for Brady as a starting quarterback. Even 10-win seasons are disappointments when it comes to Tom Brady's ridiculously high standards. I mean, the dude has only recorded 2 10-6 seasons in his career, and the last one happened back in 2009. Conquering Super Bowl MVPs. Brady didn't play his absolute best in the 2020 NFC Divisional Round against the New Orleans Saints, but he didn't need to thanks to plenty of help from his defense. And as previously mentioned, the Tampa D bailed him out in the 3-pick game against the Pack in the NFC title game. The mission for ring number 7 was completed when Brady and the Bucs crushed Kansas City 31-9 in Super Bowl 55. With the win, Brady became the first quarterback to defeat 3 Super Bowl MVP winners in 1 postseason. Honestly, we're pretty confident that this feat will never be accomplished by another quarterback again. Drew Brees won the honor after leading New Orleans to a Super Bowl 44 championship. Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl 45 MVP award 1 year later. And of course, Patrick Mahomes took home Super Bowl 54 MVP honors after leading the Chiefs to a title over the San Francisco 49ers. This was by far the most challenging postseason run for Brady. But of course, the GOAT managed to outlast 3 all-time legends in 1 postseason. No one better with the game on the line. We conclude this with another jaw-dropping stat that sums up Mr. Clutch. When called upon when it matters most, Brady has come through with an NFL record 14 postseason game-winning drives in his career. The first one was the unforgettable Tuck Rule snow game against the Oakland Raiders in the 2001 AFC Divisional Round, and the 14th was against the Saints in the aforementioned 2020 NFC Divisional Round. 6 of those game-winning drives came in the Super Bowl as a member of the Patriots. His lone Super Bowl win that didn't include a game-winning drive was the blowout win over the Kansas City Chiefs. To put it into perspective how incredible Brady's record is, John Elway is the next closest with 6. He doesn't even have half of Brady's total. Eli Manning and Joe Montana are tied for 3rd with 5 apiece. Yes, it's a team game, and Brady's longevity obviously plays a factor in this insane record. But for a quarterback to always come through in the clutch time and time again like he has is just ridiculous. Even if you have ice water in your veins like Brady naturally, the defense has to get the better of you sometimes. But nope, just ask all of those teams who have been victimized by Brady's late-game heroics. It's gotten to the point where these teams pretty much know it's game over when they give Brady an opportunity late in the game. He's just that damn good. What do you think is the most insane Tom Brady statistic? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that by hitting that subscribe button down there. If you liked the video, then hit the like button. We'd really appreciate it. And until next time, tune into TPS every single day for more cool videos. We'll see you.